intro. I missed that so much. Tesla Sundays, happy Sunday to you and your family and everybody who's watching. Make sure to smash that like button if you like Tesla Sundays. This is an episode that was one of my first series here on this channel, and I have to be honest, since I don't have that much of my portfolio in Tesla anymore, the interest is rather focused on those big portion of my portfolio, which is currently space, as you know. So excuse me that I haven't posted a Tesla Sunday for such a long time. I think I will do that more often because Tesla is always fun and a crazy company. And let me introduce you to today's topic. So Tesla bot economics. Yes, this is why you clicked on this video. This is what you get directly here as the first category. Then we will talk about the Tesla performance of the last 7 days, and then we will dive into the stock chart. So without further ado, let's go into the Tesla bot right now. When Elon Musk came on stage on AI Day and he said, well, there is something we need to talk about, and this is an bot, okay? Something that we know from science fiction movies, some robots that will take some of your work away if you're working on the factory floor or need someone to send for groceries or just do other stuff, okay? So this is the future, and it was for once a little bit of a surprise, obviously, right? The Tesla bot. On the other side, the logical step for Tesla, as Elon Musk said, you know, a Tesla car is already a robot on wheels with the self-driving view and the understanding of the world that the self-driving chip is actually doing. So I thought, let's dive into some economics of this thing, okay? So just to give you a start up here. So at first I was thinking, okay, what price we are talking about, okay? And then if you're looking into the first Tesla Roadster, it was priced somewhere around $80,000 to $120,000, okay? This was an average or a little bit upscale price to the normal sports car, because Tesla said, you know, we want to offer an electric sport car that is not crazy expensive and is super fast and fun to drive, and this is how they build the company, okay? And then I thought, okay, we have a current price scheme, okay? Now let's dive into what the current robots, the cutting edge of robotics, Boston Robotics, is actually pricing their robots for. And then if you go to that, you will find that actually they are pricing their robot, which is the Spot, this yellow robot on 4 legs, for $74,500 US. So I said, okay, the Tesla bot will be a little bit more expensive, but not too much. So let's agree on $79,000 per Tesla bot, because there's some more advanced technology, battery technology, and so on. It's standing, right? So it's a little bit more complicated, I assume. So I think 79,000 is a little bit more, you know, that the current market price of an advanced robot is out there, okay? So then we need to get two more things. So for once, okay, what is about the sales of the robots, okay? So the bots will go, I guess, in sales, or the first production will maybe go out 2024, okay? So I think that they said they will make a prototype next year, or will have a prototype next year, and then they maybe can start the first production. And who will get the first robots? Obviously SpaceX for colonizing Mars, because, you know, that's also a nice advantage that these bots have. They don't need oxygen, they just, you know, need energy, and then they can build and be sustainable in the atmosphere of the Mars. And on the second, obviously Tesla for their manufacturing. So we need two more informations. First, how much people we need to colonize Mars. And there's actually a study made in Toronto that said about 110 people need to build a sustainable colony on Mars. So this is where you get the first, let's say, 500 robots, okay, or Tesla bots. And then the second is, okay, if the robots will be needed in the factory, let's say we go, for example, into Fremont factory, okay, they have about 10,000 people working there on the manufacturing floor, plus some organizing stuff. And I think, you know, they could go out with a statement, okay, let's take a Tesla bot and take 1/4 of the workforce and replace them or add them with Tesla bots. So you have now a 500, approximately 500, you know, 110 plus spare and plus, you know, development bots, plus 2,500 for the Tesla factories. So let's assume that this is the number that they will produce and sell for the first year. Okay, so let's dive into calculation now first. Okay, so if we're going into the calculation, you actually will see that we assumed approximately profit gross margin of 30%. That's about what they get for the cars or the first cars that they produced, right? That slowly goes down over time. Sometimes we have a little bit of a spike, you know, because of manufacturing investments are paying more off for those amounts of cars, and as more you produce, as more cost you can split, and so on and so forth. So you have the 500 sales to SpaceX, which is the first 40 million, and then you have the next 200 million with the 2,500 Tesla bots that goes to Tesla. So you have an approximate revenue of $237 million with a gross margin of $71.1 million. This seems to be small if you consider they're making over $30 billion in revenue, but I guess this can be a very interesting part of the future of Tesla. And therefore, with that said, let's dive into the stock of Tesla. So currently we are sitting on Tesla with a market cap of around $760 billion. And if you're going into the 1-year chart, you can see that we gained about 71% over the last year. Okay, since September of 2020 till now, we gained much of you know, value for Tesla. This has mainly to do obviously because the overall, you know, progress for this company is just ongoing. Okay, the numbers are crazy, the products are getting sold like warm waffles, and you actually seeing that they're making real progress into mass scaling of the electric car. Okay, so if you're looking then into the 6 months, you can see also here we had a downturn somewhere, you know, in May, where the overall stock market got, let's say, a little bit grounded, and then, you know, since May we are on a very nice upper trend for the overall situation. And then we are having the last week, which was nothing but positive. You know, we gained about 3.42%, and I think that we are soon entering, you know, a nice setup technically for Tesla shares, but that we will obviously discuss in our small but little stock chart analysis right now. Chart of Tesla, and as you can see, back in June we actually exited this downward trend that we had since the all-time highs back in January, February. Okay, this was absolutely insane market times. You know, I remember everything went up and Tesla almost reached here $900 or almost $1,000 per share. Since then we are on a downturn, and then we reached this support level here, which then gave us a straight up nice little direction here, as you can see. Okay, everything looks pretty good. If you have a look, we crossed the 50 moving average, which is in my opinion one of the most important technical aspects here on the end of June. All right, since then we are on this uptrend, staying above the 50 moving average. Also broke through the resistance here at 736, and also here, as you can see, the short float is about in the single digits. Okay, nobody on earth now really shorting Tesla. I think they just got fed up by losing so much money. That's quite funny, obviously, how things have turned since I remember when I first talked about Tesla here on this channel, it was crazy amount of short sellers out there, very bad news and so on. So another big trend is obviously the 200 moving average. So let's see if we can find an indication on that. Let's do this in red, and as you can see here, also here the chart is over the 200 moving average, which is overall good trend. Here you can see nicely how it bounced off pretty much the 200 moving average, which is always a great sign that the overall trend, the overall uptrend is still intact. So all in all, we have a quite interesting setup. Maybe from an RSI level a little bit overbought or overbought-ish with here 66, but this could change if Tesla will now maybe be here in this moment for a while until we have some crazy numbers. But I guess, you know, once we have crazy numbers by Tesla, which is always the last quarter of the year because the auto sales is then the greatest and the best, I think maybe, and maybe no, but I think maybe yes, we can see a new all-time high at Tesla. This would be fantastic. This would be great for Tesla. So let me know in the comments what you think about this stock.